Hi there, it's Kevin with the Rogue Market here with today's episode of the Daily Delve, where we delve into the MG market to look for a card that has the potential of going up in value. Today I've chosen Glasspool Mimic because for multiple reasons. The first one being this is a card that is typically harder to reprint than a single-sided card. So this is a double-sided card, a flip card. And when they print these, they typically have to put in a token that represents each side of the card. And that makes it a little bit harder to print in supplemental products like Commander decks or box sets in the future. I like all of the cards from Zendikar Rising, the flip cards, for this reason. A, because they're hard to reprint, and B, they're very versatile with being able to play as a land or as their other side being a creature or a spell. So Glasspool Mimic is no exception to the rule here. It actually has had quite a stable price, but it has gone up from $2 to $3.50 for the TCG market price since it has been printed in its standard life. It's going to be rotating out soon off standard. So again, the supply is mainly, or the demand for this card is mainly from Commander. So I don't see any supply entering into the mix because of like a standard deck. It doesn't see much play at all in standard at the moment. In fact, I can only see a Modern and a Pioneer, which that is something that is going for it, not against it. Another thing that I like about Glasspool Mimic is this sales history. So another thing you should be looking at is this little button here on TCG Player. They show you how many cards are sold per day. And what you like to see is very consistent day-to-day sales for this card. So yes, the price has stayed quite around that $3, $3.25 range, but the sales are multiple sales per day for this card, so it's got a very, very good demand for this card, and eventually the supply will be outstretched by that demand. Another thing I like about the Glasspool Mimic is played in 5% of all blue decks that are eligible to run it, which is exactly I like things above 3%. That's what I look for in a metric for EDH Rec, showing how many decks it's played in. And the spread is also not too bad at Card Kingdom. Card Kingdom is paying $5 or selling it for $5, and they're actually buying it for $1.50 USD or $1.95 credits. So they want a lot of them. This is another thing I like to look at for Card Kingdom, is they're willing to buy 79 of them. So they are pretty bullish on this card. So they need quite a bit of inventory to get to the point where they don't feel like buying more. Those are all metrics that I use when looking for a card. Another thing I like for this is look at the decks that this guy is being played in and see if there are any top decks. Overall, in the past month, the most popular deck is going to be the Sentinel Worm, as well as Captain Nigathrod. And the Yuriko, the Tiger Shadow, is one that always stays in the top 10. And all three of these are ones that do run this card quite extensively. I believe I found this one in the Captain was 10% of decks, if I can find it again. We're running the, let's see, where did it go here? Spark Doubles there. I swear it was 10% when I found it. So 10% of the Captain was running it, as well as 10% of the Dragon deck, because it can enter into play as a Dragon and then trigger off all the abilities from the Dragon as well. So it's a very versatile card. Clone type effects with upsides, being able to play as just a land or as a creature are something that every Commander deck wants because of the utility of that. And I think this one is going to be a good card to definitely keep your eye on. Of course, reprints are a real thing in today's day and age with Wizards of the Coast, there's reprinting and reprinting. But these videos are more about managing your collection and looking for cards that have the potential of spiking up in value, or potential of being cards that will go up in value. So again, manage your collection is always important if you are looking to kind of subsidize your hobby without having to pay for cards that are going to be worth more in the long run. And this is what these videos are more geared towards. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you give me a comment or a like or a thumbs up, I'll keep creating them. As always, thanks for watching.